Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about something a little bit quick. And I noticed in the past, I don't know, like in the past few weeks that we really do live in a very infantilized generation. I don't know, for instance, I'm 22, and I feel like a lot of people that are my age, I feel like the things that and listen, I include myself, I feel like the things that we are worried about, and I think this is just our lifestyle. So in this case, it's you know what I mean? It's justifiable, but the problems that we have or like the things that we deal with or whatever are things that we used to deal with when we were teenagers. You know what I mean? Like the problems that we have are problems that teenagers have. Like for instance, I don't know, worrying about school, worrying about exams, like being stressed out over that. You know what I mean? Like for instance, like if you're dating somebody or whatever, or like if you like somebody and you want to see or you want to know if they like you back or whatever, like that's I mean, like I guess that's like normal because there's always going to be problems that like you're always going to be dealing with. You know what I mean? Like being single, dating, whatever, this and that. Like I understand that, but like I don't know. I was talking to a friend of mine who, and no shade to her, like this is just, you know what I mean? Like people can do whatever they want if they are happy with it, but she hangs out with people on Discord and she plays video games with these people, and she was really worried, like for a few weeks, like for a good 2 or 3 weeks, she was worried about the fact that she had a friend who she used to play video games with, and then he started ignoring her and stuff like that. He started not playing with her, like just completely like I don't want to hang out with you anymore, and that's it. And I've talked about it in other videos, but what I noticed is that like literally that is a problem that somebody who's a teenager could have. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not the fact that like, oh, if you're, oh my god, sorry, I burped. And it's not like, oh my god, if you're like 20 something or whatever, you shouldn't be worried about that. You shouldn't be playing video games. You shouldn't be going on Discord. I'm not saying that. Like, you can play video games. You can go on Discord. Like, I'm not like one of those people who are like, oh no, video games are bad for you and like they destroy your brain and stuff like that. No, do whatever you want. Like, I play video games myself, even if it's for gameplays and stuff. But I love gameplays. I think like more than like playing video games, I love like doing gameplays or watching gameplays. Like I watched so many, like I played Fortnite like 3 times in my life, and I think I've watched hours and hours and hours of Laserbeam playing Fortnite. Like that's how crazy it is. And I can watch, hours and hours and hours of somebody playing, I don't know, Roblox, like horror games. Like, oh my god, I love horror games. It's amazing. And on Roblox, it's fucking amazing. But what I'm saying is, the problem is not to be doing those things. Do you know what I mean? If in your free time you really, really enjoy playing these games, like it's totally fine. It's just that like we shouldn't be so affected as if we were kids. You know what I mean? You can't be as affected. Like if you're ignored by somebody, cut them off. You know what I mean? You can't be as worried about it as you were when you were a teenager. You know what I mean? Like I understand that when you're a teenager, you're kind of, trying to, yeah, you're trying to figure things out and figure out who you are and whether you matter or not. You know what I mean? Like we all matter, but you know what I mean? Like you try to question like, okay, what is my value? What is my worth? Like who am I as a person? Like what is my, like what makes me me? You know what I mean? What is my personality? What makes me different? You know what I mean? Like I don't know, do I have hairs in my lips? I don't know. Because I put on this sweater and because I was wearing lip gloss, I feel like I'm kind of, you know what I mean? Anyway, so what I was saying is we're trying to figure out who we are as teenagers, and like we tend to value, like I don't know, there's hairs here. I don't know. There has to be. Yeah, there was one there. Ew, that's disgusting. But anyway, um we're trying to figure out who we are as teenagers, and we value friendships a lot. You know what I mean? Like if we're not accepted by our group of friends, or if we're not accepted by anybody, or we feel like we're not liked, or if we're excluded or whatever, like we can feel like shit about ourselves because of that. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you're, especially when you're 20 something, I think you have discovered yourself enough. I'm not saying I have discovered myself completely, but I feel like you should have discovered yourself enough as to be like, okay, this is who I am and this is my worth. And if somebody's going to disrespect me, if somebody's going to stop hanging out with me, if somebody doesn't want to know anything about me, that's it. You know what I mean? Like move on. Do you know what I mean? If this person does not care about me anymore, why should I care about this person? Why should I confront them about it? Why should I be, do you know what I mean? Like I think you should have the maturity to not even be preoccupied, to not even be worried about it. You know what I mean? Like you can't be worrying about it as if you were 13 years old. You can't be like, oh my god, but this person is not wanting to play. I don't fucking know what video game it was. Was it League of Legends? I don't fucking know what it was, but like, or Valorant. I don't fucking know, but like, oh my god, this person doesn't want to play with me, and like I'm so concerned, and like I actually DM them about it, and then they keep ignoring me, and they keep like not talking to me, and they don't want to apologize. They don't want to. That is the reaction that a 13-year-old would have. You know what I mean? Like, I think, you know what I mean? Like you go through experiences in life and you really should take something from it. You know what I mean? Like, you really have to develop a personality. You have to know what dignity is. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's gonna cut you off, okay, cool. If somebody disrespects you, it's like, maybe stand up for yourself or not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not someone who would like stand up for myself, because it's like, what if the person wants to punch me in the face? Do you know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, I don't like to make things bigger. Like, you don't have to do that. I'm not an advocate that you should do that, because who knows how things can escalate or to what extent. But if you really respect yourself, it's like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna like stand up for myself. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. But I do not want to see this person ever again. So I'm not gonna put myself in front of them ever again. You know what I mean? Like, where do they go? I'm not going there. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we go to the same class or whatever, I'm gonna avoid them as much as I can. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, ignoring the person, like wanting to kick them out of your life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see your face again. Like, I'm not gonna confront you, but I don't want to see your face again. I think when you're especially a young adult, you should have that maturity to be like, this is who I am and this is how I'm gonna, do things. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can't allow ourselves, like, it's okay to play video games, it's okay to be dating, it's okay to, do you know what I mean, like, go to school and keep studying. Like, if you want to pursue a master's degree, if you want to do another master's degree, if you want to do another PhD, if you want to keep being a student, if you want to keep having that lifestyle, if you want to keep I don't know, we're doing all the things that teenagers slash like college students do. Like, that's totally fine. But the way you react to things and the way you deal with things in life should change. You can't be dealing with things the way that you dealt with them. You dealt with them? Yeah, the way that you were dealing with them when you were fucking 13 years old. You know what I mean? Like time goes by and you age, and it has to show. Like, age shouldn't be anecdotic for you. You know what I mean? Like, you should grow as a person. You should realize that you are an adult, and you should take a step back and think, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm playing video games. I'm really concerned because my friend doesn't want to play games with me anymore. It sounds like something a 13-year-old would say. Like, not even a 13-year-old, like a 3-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, maybe even a 13-year-old person would be like, okay, fuck this person. I don't fucking know. I don't remember how I was when I was 13. But you know what I mean? Like, we should act differently, because that's why you're an adult. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, wisdom supposedly makes you an adult. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that, like, 13-year-olds are, like, stupid or whatever. I'm not saying that. But somebody who's 13 can be more mature than an adult. But the thing is, like, you are an adult. You are an adult. Like, even if you don't have an adult lifestyle. I don't think I have an adult lifestyle at all. You know what I mean? Like, I go to school. I do homework. I study for exams. I don't even know how to drive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna learn how to drive this year, hopefully. And do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to drive. I go to school. Like, I've never worked in my life. Like, I'm gonna do an internship next year, and I'm also gonna do another part-time job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna start having an adult lifestyle like next year. But like, all my life I've been having this, like, the same lifestyle, like, always. You know what I mean? I've had to study more or less. I've been more or less stressed. I've been heartbroken, not. I've been depressed, anxious, or not. You know what I mean? But my lifestyle has always been the same. But I want to believe that the way that I've been dealing with things has been different every time. You know what I mean? I used to panic over things that I'm not really panicking over right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I used to study for less long, and I was studying for longer, because now I'm in college and you have to study more, so I organize myself more. You know what I mean? Like, you have to deal with things differently. Do you know what I mean? Like, when people, like, ignore you, that's fucking it. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, look another way. You know what I mean? Like, I've never really, like, not pursued, but, like, confronted or, like, stubbornly tried to hang out with people that didn't want to hang out with me. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what? If I can go and find other friends, like, I know this person who's my neighbor. I know this person from, because my mom and her mom are friends and stuff, whatever. Like, I would go up to them. You know what I mean? Like, if my friends are starting to ignore me, they're starting to kick me out or whatever, like, I'm not going to confront them about it. I'm going to act like I don't give a fuck, even if it hurts. Like, I'm going to go and look for other people. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm not talking shit about video games. I'm not talking shit about lifestyles and shit. But if you're an adult, you should remember that. Like, okay, what am I dealing with? Is this a huge deal? You having a friend that doesn't want to hang out with you anymore is not a fucking big deal. It's a fucking person. Matter of fact, it's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? That you're dealing with. So, if they start ignoring you, you have less problems than yesterday. That's it. One less fucking problem with this person out of the fucking way. You know what I mean? If you want to leave my life, leave it. You know what I mean? I don't got time to lose with pieces of shit. So if you want to leave, leave. You know what I mean? If you're not going to make my life any better, If you're not gonna, you know what I mean? If you're gonna be ignoring me and making me feel like shit about myself, the door is that way. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to say today. I don't want to talk shit about anybody. I don't want to talk shit about my friend or anything. I'm just saying that, like, and I haven't told this, like, I haven't told her this because, like, it sounds really fucking bad. Like, I don't want to tell her, like, you are infantilized. But the thing is, like, it is really not a huge deal in my mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, do you know what I mean? Like, you have to know what problems are really huge. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who are dealing with actual problems. I'm not even going to name those people. Like, you can get an idea. But, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you have to remember sometimes, like, I'm an adult and I'm dealing with this thing. Is this a huge deal or not? Okay, so let's calm the fuck down. What would an adult do? And that's your answer. You think, like, oh, an adult wouldn't do that? Maybe you shouldn't do that. So yeah, play video games, but do not act like a fucking kid. Do not act like a fucking kid. And do not fight with fucking kids on Roblox. Jesus the Lord Christ. Who are you? You're an adult. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.